and welcome to another edition of Thursday Thoughts with Pastor Pat. I am Pastor Pat, the pastor of St. John's United Church of Christ in Weldon Springs, Missouri. This is my weekly video blog on what I'm thinking on Thursday as we approach Sunday morning worship. This coming Sunday is May 4th. It is the third Sunday of Easter, and it is also Communion Sunday. The text for this week that I'm choosing is from Acts. In fact, all through the month of May, I'm choosing passages from Acts. Largely that has to do with the fact that we are, in our Bible study, we are going through the book of Acts Tuesday mornings, 9:30 a.m. at Scrambled Egg, if you'd like to join us. And it's been a while since I preached from Acts. So this coming Sunday, the passage is Acts chapter 9, verses 1 through 20. This is the story of the conversion of Saul, who would become known as Paul. As you may remember, Saul, before Saul became Paul, Saul was someone who was hunting down Christians and hunting down members of the church to have them arrested, put in jail, and oftentimes murdered. But on his way to Damascus, he saw a flashing light. He heard the voice of Jesus say, "Saul, why are you persecuting me?" And he was blinded. A few days later, when his sight was restored, he became a believer and became the Apostle Paul. Eventually became the Apostle Paul. And so I've been thinking about conversion experiences. And I think that's likely where I'm going to go on Sunday morning. Some people have very dramatic conversion experiences to Christianity or conversion to faith. Some people, it's much more subtle. Some people have an immediate conversion experience. Many people, it's a progression over time as they come to faith. But today, what I thought was fun, because this is what I'm thinking today as well as conversion stories, and how powerful our own conversion story, even if it seems boring, how important our own conversion story really is. Even if we feel like, you know what, I grew up in the church and I've never known a time where I didn't believe. That's a story right there in itself. Anyway, but I'm also thinking about, because people talk about how Saul changes his name to Paul, and this is a common theme you see in Scripture. Abram becomes Abraham, Sarai becomes Sarah, Simon becomes Peter, and usually these name changes are associated with some sort of shift in identity, and the name is changed to kind of coincide or reinforce that there's been an identity change in this person. From Saul to Paul, it's a huge identity from someone who is openly persecuting the church to another that's Saul, turning into Paul, who would become the great apostle of the book of Acts. And also probably no writer has had more impact on our scriptures, our New Testament scriptures, than Paul does. We have so many epistles written by Paul. And I was thinking about this name change, and I actually just rewatched the movie Conclave the other night. And parts of the movie Conclave where this is very good, very astute timing in a way, because Catholic Church will be having a conclave soon. But in the movie, the various characters, as they are discussing the conclave, and there's various characters who are potential new popes, and they're discussing their papal name change, what name they would choose when they become pope. Many people might know that Pope Francis's name is not Francis, it's actually Jorge. And so I was thinking about name changes. Now, when we become married or when we're adopted, last names change. Some people change their names for personal reasons. Some change their names for professional reasons. Snoop Dogg was not born Snoop Dogg. Mom wasn't that cruel. But some people change their name to go into witness protection. So that got me thinking, if I had to change my name, say I had to go into witness protection program and I had to change my name, what would I want my name to be? And so I was actually thinking about that today and having some fun with that. And I thought, at first, I thought it would be really cool to have like an action hero's name. In those action movies, they have ridiculous sounding names, so I thought Brock Savage would be a really cool name, but I'm not sure I really look like a Brock Savage. So then I thought, well, maybe I'd want like a really smart sounding name. And I thought maybe I'd want to be Winston Conrad III. But I don't look like a Winston Conrad III either. So I thought maybe a biblical name. And then I thought of the name Gabriel or Gabe. And I thought, yeah, that would be an okay name. Most people say if I look like any name other than Pat, some people say I look like a Tim. And I think it's because some people claim I look like Tim Conway. Which in certain instances, especially when I don't have a beard, is kind of true. But what about you? I'd like to hear. If you went to the Witness Protection Program, if you had to choose a name, what would it be? And you don't have to put down an explanation. You can if you'd like, but I'd just kind of like to hear, if you had to choose your name, what name do you think you would want to be? Or what name would you definitely not want if you had to change your name? Comment below. Make sure you like this video so more people get a chance to see it and experience it, and comment with their potential name change as well. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Join us for worship Sunday morning at 10 a.m. here in Weldon Spring in person, or you can always join us for worship 10 o'clock right here on Facebook as well. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.